health-ify or health-ify. It's Thanksgiving, right? It's that time of year where we're going to probably plan to overindulge, and I like the idea that we don't plan to overindulge. I suggest this to most people is never make plan for the exceptions, because the exceptions always occur. However, it's time to have fun. You know, it's time to enjoy our foods. There is always a way to make what we're eating healthier. And that's the whole undertone to healifying or healthifying our food. So number one, where most of us, who at least aren't vegan or vegetarian, are planning for the turkey. It's very important to have an organic turkey if you can find one, and here's why. Organic really suggests that there's lack of pesticide use and as well as hormones in the fruits and vegetables and the animals that are ultimately what we end up ingesting. And that's important when it comes to animal meat as well as dairy in particular, because these animals bioaccumulate. A lot of what they eat during their regular routine and a lot of what goes into them accumulate over time. Turkey is no exception. So finding organic turkey means you're less likely to consume a lot of those pesticides and hormones that are used in their raising. So that's tip number one. Of course, we're stuffing our turkey, and we're stuffing it with stuffing. And you know, gluten sensitivity happens to be a trend. It's a medical buzz term of the day for a reason, and that's because about 1 in 117 of us are actually celiac, full-blown gluten intolerant. And of that 97% don't even know it. So this year, consider using less gluten, and when it comes to the stuffing, try a rice bread alternative, and it really has a really great texture. Using more spices, there's another tip. Spices like cumin, coriander, turmeric, mustard, incorporating that into your Thanksgiving meal is not only going to reduce inflammation, help you manage the overeating and indulging part, it'll healthify your circulatory system, brain and nervous system. You know, just 1 teaspoon of mustard for the curcumin content, the turmeric in there, is going to reduce your chances of developing Alzheimer's disease by up to about 20%. Of course, you know, a lot of studies, drinking is in and out the next week, kind of like eggs, and we kind of don't know what to do with this information. I happen to be of the school of thought that 1 glass of wine a day is healthy for the average person. Always speak to your doctor before entertaining the idea of drinking. It's a very individualized thing. For some folks, it's not healthy. However, if you're going to choose a wine, my recommendation is a Cabernet. Cabernets, it just so happens that these wines, the grapes that are made, or the wine that uses the Cabernet grape, has the highest amount of antioxidants. This is called ORAC value, or oxygen radical absorbance capacity. So if you're going to choose a wine with the healthifying effects, choose a Cabernet. So healthifying your diet can exist across the board, right? So what I suggest is do as much as you possibly can. Eat that organic turkey. Consider going gluten-free. Maybe have a glass of cab over a glass of less healthy white wine. But when it comes to dessert, if you're a dessert person and you have that sweet tooth, remember, never make the point of having dessert around the house. The exceptions will always occur, but in this case, I really believe that Thanksgiving is an exception. So give thanks and enjoy that dessert.